Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Countdown to Christmas series. Today I am showing you how I do the famous orange chicken recipe. It's super simple, not exact measurements. I know it by heart and it's super easy for me to do it. So if you want to see how I do it, let's begin. I'm starting with more or less 600 grams of boneless thighs. I need to clean them. I don't want anything other than pure meat, so I need to cut them properly. You could use chicken breasts, but chicken thighs are usually more juicy when frying. Then I'm just gonna season them with pepper, salt, garlic, and I'm just gonna add some flour and water. As I said, I am eyeballing everything, but most of the time I add 160 grams of flour and 150 grams of water, and I look at it. If it's too watery, I add some more flour. If it's too dry, I add some more water. It depends. And then when it's about right, I add 1 egg, and then I prepare a big pan with sunflower oil. You will see I'm not adding too much. I'm not a big fan of deep frying. I just like the right amount of oil to fry it, and then it's good to go. So as you can see, I put a little bit of sunflower oil, and then I'm testing with 1 piece, and when it starts to bubble, I will put the rest of the pieces. I usually like to fry in batches. I don't want to overcrowd the pan, so it's easy for me to flip them and move them around. For the first few minutes, I like to separate them a little bit so they don't stick together. And I usually check them, and when I see they are golden brown like this, I usually flip them around and move them to the side because they won't stick together, and I can add more chicken. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I just put everything and try to not make them stick to each other. After they are done, they should look something like this, and now I'm gonna work on to the second batch. As you can see, now I put everything all at once and I try to separate them, and while that's cooking, I'm working on the orange juice. I usually use 3 to 4 depending on the size, and I juice them with a hand electric juicer. Usually it's about 250 ml of orange juice. I like it to be fresh. I don't want to buy it or anything. I just do it myself. Okay, after all the chicken has fried, I don't throw the oil away. I just skip it, and I put sugar on top of it and the orange juice that I just made. I also add a little bit of vinegar, not too much though because it can be too strong. Some soy sauce, as you can see I'm eyeballing everything, and some sweet chili sauce. I love this one. I think it's very, very important, and you can add more if you want. Also, I'm adding some garlic, and as you can see, these are the products that I use, but obviously you can use whatever you have. And then I'm just letting everything boil. I'm adding the garlic, and until most of the water is evaporated and the vinegar, you will see it becomes a little bit thicker. The sugar starts to caramelize, and you will kind of tell. I mean, you don't want to let it too much, you don't want it to be burned, but also you don't want it to be like this soupy, very liquidy. So when it's about like this, bubbles everywhere, I start to add the chicken, mix everything together, and I let it sit for a little bit more, and then I turn off the heat. I don't want all the water to disappear, but also I don't want the, as I said, just to be too liquidy. After the chicken is done, I'm starting the rice, and depending how many people are eating that day, you put the rice accordingly. I usually add 1 part rice, 2 parts water, You could add more water or less depending on how you like the rice, but I'm sure everyone knows how to cook rice. And when it's about like this, I don't want it to have too much water because usually I like the rice to be very fluffy. You don't want it to stick on the pan, and then you just put it in a plate with some soy sauce over the rice and some sesame seeds, and I'm telling you, this is so delicious. You have to try it. I hope you liked this incredibly easy recipe. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to check out the other videos that I have in the Countdown to Christmas series, and I will see you very soon. Bye!